Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm here with a Worcester Bosch compact combi boiler. We've got the hot water on, and what's happening, the temperature on the display is shooting up, but the water coming out of the tap is pretty cold.
Yeah, turn it off, yeah.
So water's pretty cold. I'm touching the plate to plate, which is the secondary heat exchanger that heats the hot water for the tap, and that's actually cold, but it's showing 72 degrees. And that's feeling cold, and the water's cold. So what we've got a new plate to plate heat exchanger. Some people would say you could remove it and maybe clean it. I've decided just to replace it. The customer's quite lucky on this model. The plate to plate was quite a reasonable price. So I'm draining the boiler, I've pumped the expansion vessel up just to aid removing any excess water out of the boiler when I'm draining it. I've removed a condensate trap. That's the plate to plate in there. I'm pretty lucky, it's quite an easy one to remove this. So even though I've drained the boiler, as I'm removing the plate to plate, it is starting to leak, so it's a good idea to have some towels and some buckets underneath. I've also turned the cold mains off. Don't forget to do that. I'm just removing that stack so it's out of the way. Gives me a little bit more room when pulling this out. I've actually only undone one screw, and then it just slots in on the right hand side. So it's one screw and it slots in on the right hand side, and that's it. Sits on that back plate. You've got 4 O-rings. Well, are they O-rings or rubber seals that the plate to plate sits against. This is the old plate to plate. I'm just running a tap through it. It's not completely blocked up. That to me suggests that it's just badly scaled and all the surface area is gone, so that it cannot transfer the heat now over to the domestic hot water as that flows through it, and that's why it's coming out cold. So putting the new one back in, you just slide it in on the right hand side. I've put the new seals on with a little bit of silicone grease, and then we're tightening up the bolt on the left, or the screw. Right, we've put everything back together. We've got the hot tap running. Fingers crossed, everything's going to be right, and the customer's going to have hot water now. So you don't expect the temperature to rise too quickly. The boiler's trying to heat that cold water. Actually, we did have a little issue. It wouldn't fire up. So that is why I'm just venting the pump. It felt like there was air in the system and a little bit of an airlock. So as you can see, you can hear the air in that pump coming out. So we've tightened that back up, got some air out of the boiler, and hopefully it will fire up this tab. Yeah, oh, we're fired up. Yeah, you can see the little flame on the display. So the boiler's fired up. We've got good readings on the emissions. We've got a temperature of just under 60, and it is starting to get nice and hot, that water. And that's it. Job done. Thanks for watching.